Hello guys, this is Icy Boy Gaming here, and this isn't our usual dandy shenanigans video, being a ranking rather than a normal Dandy's World Let's Play, if that's what you call it. But today we're ranking every toon from worst to best, so enjoy. The first one on our list is quite obvious, being Shrimpo. He has 1-star stats in every single stat, and is a joke character, which makes it even worse. But in 26th is a probably not so obvious one, being Razzle and Dazzle. This passive is so trash and costs so much. Many people call it a distractor, but what the hell? I'm pretty sure that this is not a proper distractor, but many people will argue with me if anyone sees this and thinks this. But another one in 25th would be Poppy. Well, Poppy isn't the optimal character for the start of the game. Her passive is to gain 50% speed boost for 3 seconds. And you know, 3 seconds isn't a lot, but that's more than Finn. But it has less time, and is quite literally useless. Unless you're getting Louie, of course, which I'll talk about later. But the next toon would be Doodles. Another classic. One of the two gambling duos, or the only gambling duo with Gigi, which I'll talk about later in the video as well. But Toodles is basically a starter, but with 1 more stealth. Stealth is quite literally useless in this game. Not gonna lie, but Toodles is trash, but better than Poppy, okay? And the next one is pretty unexpected, being the Boxy Boy Boxton. And I just literally said that. Although he is quite versatile in extraction, having 48% plus extraction. There are way better extractors, like V, which is pretty embarrassing for a starter. But I feel like it's got more extraction than V at max players. But never mind. The next one just is at the top of the top 5, which would be Brightney. Seriously though, who would ever want to play Brightney out of V Mastery? Because, seriously, you only really need Brightney if you want to help with blackouts, or if you just want Mastery. It's that simple. And just outside of bottom 5 would be the elusive Spilled Beans character from DS5, Connie. Isn't that surprising? She has 1 movement speed, which is already trash, but she has 5-star stealth, which is quite useless. But what ability isn't useless is Haunting Escape, which makes her invincible and invisible for 5 seconds. And has a cooldown of 50. That's the major drawback. The stealth and the cooldown. But the next one would be, surprising. Scraps. Would I say, why did I rank this 20th? To be honest, it's all because of the speed. The speed is basically like Roger's, but more stamina. And the same extraction. But, seriously, I feel like Roger is way better. And I ranked him way too high when I did the notes of this. So, the Crafty Grapple is a quick cooldown for a toon. But isn't really the quickest one. Her Crafty Grapple has a limited range. Meaning that, that really isn't good. But the next one we have was the one I was talking about right now. No, I wasn't talking about it right now. It's the first Christmas character on our list, which would be Rudicus Rootzifer. Seriously, why is this so far down on the list? Yeah, I have no idea. Rudy is a worse version of Flutter. If Spilled Beans comments on this, saying that Rudy is better, I will crash out on Spilled Beans. I swear. But our next one would be part of the Zest Fest. Glisten! Of course! Glisten is basically a better version of Scraps. He has mid stamina, takes a long time to get. 300 machines is a lot. 50% Glisten research, which is kinda hard to get, and 2,500 iCore. How is any normal person gonna get that? And, that's all. So, in number 17, we have the elusive Cosmo ripoff. Ginger! If I say that the stats are worse than Cosmo's, look at this! You can pause the video if you want to see the stats here. 3-2-3-4-3. And then we have Cosmo, which is 1-3-4-4-3. Which beats almost all of Ginger's stats. Which is just ridiculous. These Christmas characters are basically free, but are rip-offs. And worse. And the next one is the other toon of the gambling duo, being Gigi. May I say that Gigi has one of the is actually the highest skill check in the game, and her extraction speed and skill check are the same as Shelly's, which is crazy. But the one star stamina lets Gigi down. The cooldown is very, very long, which can be countered by either Ghost Snakes in a Can or Sweet Charm, which is right here in my trinket slots. But all I need to know is Gigi's movement speed is mid. Stamina lets her down. Said that twice. But the next one is our first main on the list, being Bobby, of course. Well, Bobette here has the stats of stamina of Scraps has more movement speed, more skill check, less extraction, and less stealth. Why did I put her higher? Because she can literally make herself invincible for 8 seconds. But you stay still in that time. Festive Aura is a rip-off of Astro, as you can see. Because look at the Festive Aura passive. That's basically the passive version of Astro's active. But no, not jokes aside. But toons aside, our next one would be our first proper distractor on the list, which would be Flutter. Flutter is a joke to distractor society. It has the same stats in movement speed and stamina as Goob, less skill check, same extraction, and more stealth. This is why I put her down below. But in number 13 would be the Shipping Menace, Cosmo. Yes, I did say Shipping Menace. Yep. And another one will be coming soon, which you probably all know of by now. And Cosmo is just mid. I swear, Cosmo is the most mid character. You literally sacrifice a heart to give someone else a heart. Seriously. Who even wants to play this character anymore? Yeah. Talking about that, Sprout needs this mastery, meaning everyone is probably going for it right now. But I'll stop the app, and our number 12 spot is gonna be Fiend, because why not? It's basically a starter character like Toodles. More skill check, less stamina. But look at the passive! God damn! That's way better than Shelly's passive. But they have no ability to. But damn, the speed that Finn can gain up is kinda crazy. Because how is that even possible, man? The speed? Some people have managed to get the highest speed in the game with this character because of a few different setups. Finn plus Vanity Mirror and Alarm, whilst completing Machine plus 7 T-shirts, and then using an eject button and 2 boxes of chocolates, which would be completely insane if you managed to do it. But it's barely even useful, to be honest. So that's why he's in 11th tier. No, 12th. But in 11th is another one from the shop. Our second main would be Astronova Light. May I say this, but the community is gonna come to my house and set me on fire when they realise I put Astro in 10th. Many Astro mains think Astro would go in like 4th on their main list. Well, I would put him in 5th. Just possible bet, because Shelly is way more useful. And Shelly is going to be way higher than people think on this list. And I mean way higher. But why did I put Astro this low? Stealth! Stealth! The most useless stat in the game is maxed. Isn't even good at extracting. Man, why do people play this character anymore? But we have our number 10 spot being Tisha. Tisha is a distractor and a support class. Why is Tisha a distractor class? Just look here. Why do people think this is a distractor class? Oh, it's because it has 4 speed. Look at that stamina. That is barely even enough to distract. At least she has good skill check, but not too good of an extraction. And it's pretty easy to get another character, which I'll talk about later. But in number 9, we have another distractor, being Cole, our 4th Christmas character on our list, and our last one, past Rudy, Ginger, and Bobette. How surprising! Not really, though, because Cole has the exact... I think it's the exact same stats as... No, not Shelly. Was it again? The exact same stats as Flutter. At least I think so. But Cole is way better than Flutter because look at this. Look at the active. That's actually kind of crazy. But the thing that is very bad about this character is the cooldown. That is basically the same cooldown as Sprout's cooldown, which is crazy. May I say that? But we have something very unexpected next, being Roger in 8th for no reason at all. But it was for a reason. 2 times! 2 times! Research! You better get those mains quickly with Roger, because that is some crazy stuff. I've heard people say that Roger decreases the chance of mains. Well, I don't really think that's true, to be honest, because I grinded with Roger and got V. I would have usually not gotten V right now, right this instant, if I didn't have Roger. No, seriously. But I stopped using him because I do kinda believe that he decreases the chance of mains. Because I haven't been seeing mains with Roger recently. In the Bobette times when I was doing like a post, we got Bobette 3 times in a single run while I had Ginger. And that was the only time I ever played Ginger. But then I played with Roger. Floor 15, no mains. No mains at all. But our next one in number 6 would be our 3rd main on this list, V. V has some atrocious stats. And I don't mean that in a good way. Look at the stealth, movement, and stamina! What the hell is this? But the extraction speed and skill check makes up for it. Because, look at this! Look at this! Compared to someone like Astro, those stats are kinda reliable. Astro stats are kinda reliable to V. But V is a great extractor either way and was my first main. I'm not putting it in 6th because it was my first main. No, I'm just basing it on gameplay, as I said at the start. But we're moving to the top 5. Another unexpected one, number 5, would be Tegan. Yes! Why did I put Tegan in 5th? I do not know. It's basically a worse version of Sprout, and has way more survivability. Extraction and skill check are both mid. Did I say skill check or skill check? Skill check. And then movement speed is mid as well. Stamina is phenomenal, but could be better. And stealth is... you don't really need stealth in this game anyways. But that's all I have to say. But wait, that isn't all I have to say. The cooldown of this is 100. That sets it back. That's also one of the highest in the game, but it's actually worth using instead of something like, you know, coal. Yeah, I did say that. But then in fourth we have an actually good one. That would be... Wait, guys. I forgot Louis. Louis in 8th. Louis in 8th. So everything moves a spot down. Actually, no. Nothing moves a spot down. Louis is in 8th. It's basically Goob at 2 hearts. Which Goob at 2 hearts normally wouldn't be acceptable. But for Louis, it's quite alright. But the stamina is 1 star less. At 1 heart, it can go 5. Which is 1 star less than Pebble. Which is kind of mid, but the extraction and the skill check makes up for it. I'm sorry about that, guys, but back into it in 4th, we have Goob. My man, the Goopy Goober here, is very good at distracting, but isn't the best at distracting, but is the 2nd best, which is quite good. And seriously, how could anyone not get Goob? Yup. Anyone can get Goob. Scraps is very affordable, and all you need to do is get 3 masteries. Scraps is in 20th, no, not in 21st, in 20th, which is pretty bad, but it's rewarding once you get those 3 mastery points and 1,750 I-core. But we're into the top 3 now, and in 3rd is Shipmaster Sprout. Yup, I said that! This is the 3rd best toon, because look at the stats on Sprout. Sprout has 4 movement, 4 stamina, 3 stealth, which is good stamina. Wait, very good stamina, good movement speed, mid stealth, and low skill check and extraction. But he wasn't used for extraction, was he? Meaning, I'm putting them in 3rd. In 2nd, wait, before I say in 2nd, we only have Shelly and Pebble left. It's quite obvious who's in 2nd and who's in 3rd. So, in 2nd would be Shelly. Shelly is obviously in 2nd. Now, about this character, many people think V is way better, and no, V is not better. To be honest, Shelly's skill check, man, it's massive. But you know what else is massive? Low taper fade. Bro. Inspiration increases toon's extraction by 75%! That is crazy! 75% plus if you boost V, then it'll get even faster! Which is way better! And then you have Problem Solver, which boosts the toon's movement speed by 25%. Basically, thin, but better and worse. But then, the last one. It's quite obvious. Pebble! Once it loads, Pebble is the best toon in my opinion. And maybe even the best in your guys' opinions. Because, first of all, movement speed is the best movement speed. If you do not count Louis at 1 heart and R&D on odd floor. Was it odd or even again? I think it's on even floors. This is a proper toon with 5 stars. Stamina is very good. Stealth is mid. Extraction is, pretty bad. Wasn't made for extracting. But skill check is mid for a distractor like this. So, if you want to argue with me, in the comments, do it. Do it. And place your toons where you think they should go. And I will agree or not agree with that. Okay, guys? I know this has been like a whole 25 minutes of me explaining everything. But it paid off because Pebble has to be the best character in the game, right? But this was Icy Boy Gaming. Peace out, guys!